Well, we know President-elect Donald Trump on day one will secure the border and begin mass deportations. Under the Biden-Harris administration, every state is a border state. Trump's border czar says he knows how to keep Americans safe. Let's discuss this a bit closer and bring in Rick Leventhal, the host of the Leventhal Report, right here on Newsmax 2. Also with us, Robert Bluey, president and executive editor at the Daily Signal. Hi, guys. Great to see you both.
Hi, Bianca.
Well, Homeland Security has a new warning. That Venezuelan prison gang, which we didn't have in our country until Joe Biden took office, has now expanded to 16 states. They're in Virginia, Washington, D.C., Montana, Wyoming. And yet we have mainstream media and others criticizing Trump's plan on deportation. And when in reality, this is a massive problem for our national security. I guess, Robert, it's just going to take them a while to come around to the fact that Americans want law and order here in our country.
Well, clearly that was the message that the American people sent on Election Day, and why the legacy media doesn't understand that is a big question mark. Frankly, I think that they may be isolated a bit from the reality of what's going on in so many communities across this country. I mean, we've heard it directly when the Daily Signal has visited these Americans and talked to them about what's on their mind. They are concerned about these violent gangs, and they're concerned for the safety of their wives and their children and others who may be in danger by the fact that you have illegal aliens who are roaming free in the country and committing heinous crimes. I mean, the Lake and Riley trial is going on right now. I mean, we see it up close and personal, the consequences of this administration's policies. And Bianca, I hope Donald Trump is able on day one to begin this deportation, because we need it to happen, and it needs to happen immediately.
Well, we have folks like Katie Hobbs and, Mayor of Boston, Michelle Wu, saying they're not going to support it. They're not going to help. Rick, you're in very blue, maybe purple California someday. I know you talk about this, but Tom Homan says we are going to get tough. Let me just play a little bit, and then you can react to this recent statement by the new border czar.
What I just said is President Trump's going to prioritize public safety threats. What mayor or governor doesn't want public safety threats out of their communities? I mean, that's their number one responsibility, is to protect their communities. And that's exactly what we're going to do.
It's going to happen, Rick.
Yeah, those leaders are paying a huge disservice to the citizens of their communities. I have no idea why anyone would push back against this. I find it remarkable that anyone wouldn't see that these gang members are in our country, and they are raping and murdering and robbing our citizens. We let in hundreds of thousands of people from Venezuela, adult military-age males, without knowing anything about them, because we have no reciprocity with that nation and others as well. So they're sending their convicted criminals here, and those convicted criminals are committing more crimes. And the best solution is to kick them out, Bianca.
It sure is. The other topic that came up during this election season was people really want to make sure that the trans radical agenda is not furthered. There's this controversy now, which probably shouldn't be a controversy. You have South Carolina Congresswoman Nancy Mace. She's filed legislation to prevent men from using female women's bathrooms. We know there's incoming biological male Representative Sarah McBride, and she's questioned today on the Capitol about why she's filing this legislation. Here's Nancy Mace just a short time ago.
If I'm being fought like this as a member of Congress across the country by mainstream media like you, imagine what the underage girl goes through at her school. The shame, seeing a biological male in a women's space in a girl's restroom or in her locker room, it's crazy. And if McBride wants to go to the gym, she can go to Planet Fitness, where they allow biological men to be around and in a room in a private space with underage girls. Like, no, thank you. It's not going to happen, not on my watch, and I'm going to stand in the way of anyone who's crazy enough to let men into women's spaces. It's not a thing. It's not going to be a thing up here. I'm going to fight like hell for all women and girls. Thank you.
She makes a great point. If she is a member of Congress, imagine just a young girl in high school. My daughter's 18. She just graduated. But, Robert, this is where the radicals think they can continue on this path here. At some point, we just pray that logic returns, that safe and secure when it comes to our streets, but also simple issues like this. I mean, these are private areas that women should feel safe in.
Bianca, you're absolutely correct. And it's private bathrooms, it's men playing in girls' sports. I mean, you can go down the list. These are common sense issues to most Americans. I think, again, they soundly rejected the far left's radical ideas when it comes to this. Good for members of Congress for speaking up on this issue and making sure that this is not something that we have to endure in Washington, D.C. or in the classrooms and schools all over this country. Frankly, we just need more parents to step up and say, enough is enough. We're not going to let these left-wing ideologues impose these policies on our students who not only put them in danger, but make them feel very uncomfortable.
And it's always just bending to this like small minority. And if you don't do it, you know, they use bullying tactics, Rick, like you're transphobic. No, that's not it at all. Get with the program.
Right. Yeah, no, and Robert was spot on. It's common sense. You know, the woke went too far. They tried to impose too many of these radical ideas on America, and now Americans are pushing back. Enough is enough. It's ridiculous to allow grown men into a ladies' locker room because the grown man's pretending to be a woman or says he thinks he's a woman. It's beyond belief. So they can use their own bathroom, a single-serve bathroom, if you will, or go to the men's room this time.
I have one byproduct. White dudes for Harris are hitting the gym to protest Trump. Our friend Chrissy Clark posted this. Let's play this.
White dudes for Harris are now going to the gym to get fit to protest Donald Trump. This is the same thing that women are doing by shaving their heads and abstaining from sex. They're shifting the culture conservative in an effort to own the conservatives. I mean, I guess we should take the victory. I just don't think they realize what they're doing.
20 seconds to you each because I'm tight on time, but I had to get that in. I mean, it's kind of, they don't know, but they're supporting MAHA, Make America Healthy Again. Robert, to you, then to Rick, final word.
I love it, Bianca. It's great, and I hope that more of these liberals will continue to be confused about Donald Trump's election and take some of these steps like Chrissy Clark has just said.
Yeah, go lift some weights, get some fresh air, vitamin D. Rick, what do you think?
I went to the gym this morning. I highly recommend it for everyone from all walks of life. Just use the bathroom that's assigned to the gender you were born with, okay?
Not at Planet Fitness. That's one gym. Anything goes. All right, got to leave it there. Rick and Robert, appreciate you both. Come back and visit us real soon, okay?